Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name and Hearthstone is the game, and welcome back to the Advice Arena, this time with actual audio, so hopefully you can hear me talking. Let's check one more time. Yeah, you should be able to hear me talking. I don't see any technical difficulties this time around. I do apologize again for part one of the Shadowcaster Rogue, in which I was completely silent. Hopefully you were able to still squeeze some value out of my drafting process, but if not, let's jump right back in to the Shadowcaster Rogue deck and let's see it in action by playing a few more games. We got off to a great 2-0 start, just barely by the skin of our teeth, that is. That last game in part one was pretty insane, and we dug out a crazy win that should never have happened. But hopefully we'll be able to get some momentum rolling and win a few more games. I'm due for a reasonable run, so I'd love to see 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 wins before too long, because we've had a pretty bad stretch recently in the advice arena. So I'd love to give you some real valuable advice instead of losing. So here we'll send back our bigger cards. Obviously, we like Blue Order okay. It's not the best 2-drop, but we do want to make sure that we have a play on 2 other than our weapon if we need it. We don't have the coin, so a 1-drop would be pretty reasonable as well. I'd love to see the Buccaneer. Even the Journey Below, just to draw some resources, would be nice. Because right now our hand is actually pretty subpar. We don't know that the Fan of Knives will be good on 3. The Loot Hoarder's pretty weak on 2, particularly against a mage, who could just feel compelled to ping it off, which actually wouldn't be that bad, because it would give us a chance to get ahead on the board, but only if Fan of Knives was valuable. We drew a 3-drop. We may just have to weapon up on turn 3 if nothing else good happens. He's considering some plays, it looks like. He may have a 1-drop, like a Mana Worm, yeah. So the Loot Hoarder trade's desperately awful into the Mana Worm. I think we'll play the Jeweled Scarab instead. It also trades awfully, but at least it gives us a potential minion to play. So it gave us a minion to play, but I don't know if they're any good. Murloc War Leader's just a 3/3. That's not exciting. We don't have Murlocs. Silted Swarmer, like, it could be okay, but we won't get to weapon up until turn 4, which would steal our turn 4. I think I have to take King Mukla. The problem with Mukla is, look what's on the board. He's a Mana Worm. Mukla's terrible against Mana Worm. If I Mukla on 3 and he is able to use the bananas on his Mana Worm, that's going to be a 5 health Mana Worm that will gain 4 attack. So the very worst, it's going to be a 5/5. It could be better too, depending on what else he does. So these are all awful, just awful. I think I may take Mukla just to save him for later. I just don't know. This is really bad. Really bad start. It's really miserable here. I don't know why he hesitated at all with his Mana Worm, by the way. That is a board, boys. This is pretty good, but I can't play it yet. I think I have to play the Loot Hoarder now. The problem with Loot Hoarder is it dies to the Initiate and makes these things scary. Fan of Knives will be good eventually, but it's not good yet. I'm doing this just to draw cards. It's really no better or worse than weaponing to kill this. It's going to die the same way either way probably, but I guess it does actually allow him to buff 1 more minion if I do it this way, but he just decides not to. What does he have here? Oh, I always get that card confused with Spawn of N'Zoth, which buffs everybody. That obviously just buffs 1 guy, so it works out pretty okay. The Ambusher's fine here. This is one time where the body's good and the effect is not punishing, so that worked out pretty well. Mukla's still not good yet because we got to deal with this thing. Basically, Mukla's bananas give that 2/1 every turn. So he's going face. I actually respect it. He doesn't have a 4-drop. That's good for us. I can even like trade heal, but if I do that, then this gets kind of negatively affected. I still can't even combo this out. How crazy is that? Anything I play is going to get sent back by the Ambusher. So I guess I want the heal getting sent back since I'm already kind of at kind of low, and that denies the ping, so at least he has to trade a minion in to send this back now. Just see how punishing this tempo is. This is Although you didn't hear it, this is what I talked about in the draft when selecting ambushers. Like, it can just be such a punishing tempo play. So the Sunwalker's actually halfway decent here. He can ping trade, and that goes to 1 health. But our Fan of Knives can address that pretty well. We can also fan SI to kill this right now. Can also freeze that and set up a trade. But I think this is really susceptible to something like Polymorph. Like, Polymorph probably just wins him the game if I do this. The SI does not trade into the Stranglethorn if I do that, so we'd still have to find a way to kill that. I think I have to do this and just hope that there's no removal. Ping Fireball hurts. Polymorph hurts. A lot of stuff hurts. But if he has to trade in the Stranglethorn, we can make a pretty big play with Fan SI next turn. So let's hope he has to make trades instead of just kill this. Alright, so it looks like he's ping trading. That's really good news for me. Well, as long as he doesn't have a heal. If he has a way to heal this, it's going to be bad. That doesn't do it. So that's actually okay. We can recover here. So of course we'll fan first, both to draw cards and to set up the combo, and then we'll kill that. So we've actually somehow recovered the board. Sort of. He's going to have a slight leg up, but we have a tempo play here. We have a slight heal. We have a taunt. Arcane Missiles, that's sort of annoying, but not like that. Oh, that's good, though. Jeez Louise. Jeez. That's one of the worst 3-drops he could have gotten, I think, though. Just doesn't impact the board that significantly. So I can Frost Elemental and Twisted Worgen. It's not bad. Could also Bog Creeper, but I think I can do that later when the mana lines up a little better. So he just used Arcane Missiles, so that feels a little safer. Like, we can do these two next turn to maybe kill this and get a big taunt out. We're precariously close to flipping this game around. We have more cards. We have a heal, we have some draw, we have taunts. Like, we could maybe do this. We have tempo right now. There's a chance we actually pull this game out. Depends on what he does this turn, honestly. If he has another good turn, like another good 6-drop ping or something, or an 8-drop, of course, that's not... Well, that's actually really good. Jeez Louise. Oh, that's good, too. Jeez. I need that heal. This actually... I can kill this and heal 8 and go to 19 and make a trade here. It's really not bad. Huh. I could Bog Creeper as well, but that's so risky. I think I have to make this play. This play is like too good not to make, right? Like, this play is pretty good. Because I heal a ton. Like, he brought me back into the game right now, I think. Because he can trade, I guess, but the Bluegill's going to clean up whatever direction he trades. And we have way more cards than him. Yeah, the Bluegill will clean that up. That's totally fine. He's just trying to load out the board now. He gave me another heal! I love it, dude! You're a bro. So this is 2 mana. I could Force Tank, but I don't know if I want to spend all my resources in like 1 or 2 cards right now. I can also just... I don't want to use face against that, though. It's 5 damage. That's a little too much. So if I like Bog Creeper, Polymorph or something would destroy me. I could alternatively do like Squirming Tentacle, which doesn't line up that well against him. Tomb Pillager. Just to kind of split my resources a little bit. It's still a taunt. And he can kill both with a ping, trade, but I heal 5 if he does that. He's playing 1 card per turn, so I have ways to stabilize here, basically. Not sure that's the way I would have done it. Oh, another one of those, jeez. So he's going to trade this way, but he could have done it the other way, and I guess he wants to keep his Zombie Chow alive? But I don't know if it's worth it. You got the coin, which, ooh, intriguing, because this can be that. So I think I'm going to weapon that and Bog Creeper dies to ping. Force Tank Max also dies to ping. We'll Force Tank Max, I guess. We don't really have to taunt here. Fireball hits for, you know, a lot, but it's 7 plus 7 is 14. We'd still be alive. I can heal forward any given turn with the Shadowcaster Darkscale Healer combo. If he doesn't have an answer for this, this thing starts to shred his board. Cobbalist Tome is so good. Oh, it's scary. That's so scary. He's going to trade. Mirror Image is scary. Really does slow down quite a bit. Jeez. So now I think I have to do this. Play this one for good measure. We don't know. He could have gotten any number of spells here. It's really horrifying. Probably damage spells, given that he went face instead of trading. But it could be Flame Strike. Like, Flame Strike would be really bad. That Cobbalist Tome was clutch. Could be Secrets. I mean, Secrets are very likely. So Frostbolt, that's intriguing. Frostbolt, Forbidden Flame. Wow! That's so good! Alright, so I think I gotta do this now. Or I'm just gonna die. I can copy this now. That's a pretty good turn, I'm not gonna lie, but he's still pushing for so much damage. Like, we might be at 5 this turn. Forbidden Flame for 8 was nuts. How good is that? He's going face. Look at this guy. Did he get it? I'm gonna be. Oh no, but. I think I can clear. Almost clear. Jeez Louise. I can't give him nanners. I can do this though. It doesn't actually matter now. I actually think I might just be dead. Right? Let's just, this one for sure goes. No, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead. I don't have it. I don't have it. He has 3 damage. There's nothing I can do about it. That's so dumb. Man. Actually, wouldn't have mattered what minion he played that turn as long as it had more than 1 attack. That's really annoying. Forbidden Flame for 8 on my Bog Creeper is nuts. So nuts. I think we played that correctly. I don't know what he's doing. He obviously has lethal. Like, spotted out. How many of these did he draft? Jeez. That's the worst one. Yeah, he got pretty bad minions out of him. That's a tough loss, boys. Golden Acidic Swamp Ooze doesn't even make up for it. Well, we got to try again. We were really behind on that game. We almost... I mean, we did stabilize, but he played it correctly. He went face when he had to, but that Forbidden Flame was crushing. Man, even for 8 mana. Well worth, because it preserves 7 damage worth of minions on the board by doing so. What a tough loss. I'd like to review that one and see if there were anything I could have done differently that would have resulted in a different outcome. I'll keep the Buccaneer. It's just so good on turn 1. I also kept this just because it's really flexible, and you never know when discovering a card could make a huge difference. Hopefully he doesn't play a 1-drop because I want this to be valuable. Well, Flame Imp's a pretty good trade against... I mean, this is a good trade, so I don't really mind. Even if it doesn't give me the weapon value, he's not going to want to make this trade. He's going to want 6 damage instead, but it depends on what else he has at 2. He's a 3 health minion. It's... Well, that's pretty good. That's like the one outcome that keeps this alive. That's kind of annoying. I think I'm going to go ahead and eviscerate this. Sucks. Sucks that he had the perfect answer. Really sucks. My god, this is one of those days, huh? I'll go ahead and coin this out just because I need to start hitting that pretty hard before it gets really nasty. We can assassinate something soon, but it's going to take a minute. But the weapon trade here can kill it next turn, very likely, and I can still play a 2-drop, which is nice. Just need him to have a weak turn. Like, Shadow Bolt is not weak. That's what that is, it looks like. It's actually not good either, though, because he's not buffing the Councilman, so I actually don't mind that at all. Well, he did buff the Councilman, but it's sort of irrelevant. The Micro Machine's actually better than the Twisted Worgen, because it doesn't technically die to the Possessed Villager. Might be awkward for him. My weapon might be able to clean it up next turn. So Mortal Coil or something helps, but then that denies him a 5-drop. He has to play a 4-drop instead, which is a little weaker, so we can also armor plating this if it works out that way. Frostwolf Warlords, probably worth assassinating, right? You think so? I don't know. I think a Dread Infernal is going to come down and ruin my Micro Machine. So I think I just yeah, I think I have to assassinate that. But I don't think I have to, I don't think I have to Micro Machine yet. If he Dread Infernals it this way, it's, you know, whatever, same difference. But I don't have to lose the damage. I can go ahead and attack face. So no Dread Infernal, that's a good sign. Even Mortal Coil or something now would leave him with very little turn left. Nerubian Prophet's really not bad. He cannot kill my guy yet, though. He's getting low. I could take him to 14. That's kind of enticing. Could also trade here, play this, or play this. Could play this and buff it so that it survives the board. That feels pretty good. Well, let's see what we get first. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll trade here, and we'll actually buff this so it lives through the board. We've identified he has trouble dealing 1 damage, so taking this to 5 means it might live the board. Plus, we have a lot of stuff that does. Like if we drew a Fan of Knives right now, it'd be sick. Crazed Alchemist. All right, well, that's not the worst ever. Still killing his stuff at least. Chillin' Daddy's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and Journey below here because I think I'm going to play a 6-mana set of minions, so this is going to be like the floating mana here. See what we get. Maybe a great Sylvanas, I think, is pretty hard to pass up. It's not the play right now, but pretty hard to pass up as far as I'm concerned. I think I'll Twisted Worgen instead of Loot Hoarder. I don't really have to draw cards just yet. This one could be more valuable. This is a pretty precarious set of turns. I want to make sure I win the board pretty soon. I think I'll play Sylvanas before I play the Force Tank for stuff like Siphon Soul. Just, oh, that thing is nasty. We would love to steal that, though, wouldn't we? So I can kill the Yeti here. Maybe just play the Sylvanas. He'll have a difficult time dealing with it. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. We'll play this too. It actually gives him another way to kill minions off and make trades and stuff, but the card draw does actually become a little more valuable at this point. If this thing gets any bigger, Sylvanas is either going to steal it or something else of value. So he can trade either of these up, maybe even kill Sylvanas and give me like a 4-3. Or play a bunch of little stuff and kill Sylvanas. I don't know, Sylvanas just gives him a lot of debates right now. Like, he has to really work around this. Ton of friction on this Sylvanas, which is the kind of Sylvanas you want. So he's gonna, oh, that is gross. Gosh, we gotta worry about dying now. I need a way to get through that. Well, oh, Fan of Knives, is that good? Not yet, no. No, not yet. So he's got 16 damage next turn. I'm just gonna lose. I have to Phantom Knife to see what I get. Because I think I'm dead otherwise. I could find a way to kill... Oh, that actually is enough to keep me alive, honestly. Do I want my Sylvanas damaged? I guess not. This is enough to keep me in the game. It's kind of ridiculous that he has 16 damage already. Whatever. We're probably dead. Dark Bomb, Power Overwhelming, pretty much anything kills me. Soulfire. Wolf Rider off the top. He actually couldn't have used that, so... That wasn't it. He actually top-decked lethal right there. Man! Arena sucks! It really sucks, guys. We're 2-2 with a good deck. What are we doing wrong? I mean, we had an awkward early set of turns that game, and he had the sick bluegill at the beginning, but still. We have a great curve, and we're making reasonable plays. Ugh. I don't think we could have killed the Scaled Nightmare any sooner, right? I think we had a Burly Trog and we had 6 attack in the stealth guy. Well, let's try another Rogue for size. Yeah, this goes. Hopefully he's having just as miserable of a time as we are. So Coin SI is a pretty amazing thing to have. Twisted Organ's reasonable too. It's a pretty good opening hand, honestly. Some good curves. We probably won't use the coin. We'll save that for the SI. If he plays something with 3 health, though, it's going to be annoying. Let's hope he passes here and we can just weapon, or maybe just pass too. I guess it'll be our turn 1. So. Yeah, we'll just pass for sure. So Ship's Cannon is the one thing we can't deal with, right? It's kind of annoying. We'll still save the Coin SI though. It could be good in a future turn. If he actually has a pirate here that kills my Twisted Organ, I will probably uninstall Hearthstone. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Regis Kilbin is done. Regis Kilbin retires. News at 11. Alright, so that's not too bad. We can sort of deal with that. We could trade this way. SI. Could just coin a 4-drop and trade. Get our Ambusher out. That feels okay. In fact, even the Rockjaw Trog lines up pretty well too, so we could save the Ambusher, but I think the Ambusher's a little better now just because there's not going to be any other of our minions out. If we do coin the Ambusher, we can no longer coin the SI. But we can play the SI on 5 with like the Auto Barber, even if it wastes the Battle Cry. Could be worth it. So this doesn't have to be used right now. He hasn't played anything at 2 health, so we just kind of missed our opportunity to use the Coin SI advantage. Iron for Grizzly's not too bad. This is again where Ambusher gets pretty bad though, because it's going to send back a minion, right? So at the very least, I'm going to try to get value and send back a minion that that still helps when it sends it back. So in other words, I'll get this up to 3 attack and be able to coin the SI next turn. So if he kills the Ambusher, sends this back, I can make a 5 mana play that allows me to do 5 damage to the board instantly, which is pretty sick. So that's one instance where the Ambusher actually got really good. That's not a great card. Yeah, so for instance, I can kill this and kill this. It feels pretty okay. This thing is going to be a little annoying. I could kill it, but it doesn't really help any. So this is the way to do it to minimize the amount of damage I take. If I killed this instead, the 2-1 would have traded for free pretty much. So this works out just fine. We have some good 6-drops, got a decent weapon, decent board. We actually have card advantage. We're in an okay spot. We just need him to have couple mediocre turns. This thing's not good against rogues. That's a really bad 4-drop, isn't it? So that's not good either. That's just a low-statted minion that doesn't help him at all. Fortunately, don't have a great way to kill that. I think we'll just go ahead and make the tempo play here. And I'll use my weapon to kill this, even though it's overkill. Obviously, if I make this trade, then his weapon could kill my SI. I can still weapon next turn and trade into this if I want, or trade this way. Like, we have flexibility, of course. So, can assassinate anything big he plays. We can even assassinate weapon, which would be pretty nice. We're still in a good spot. He's played a couple really weak minions for their cost. What is that going to be? Shadow Strike? No, he'd use that here. I don't know. What is that? Backstab? Backstab weapon. Betrayal. Okay. Another betrayal. Eviscerate. Okay. Dagger. Okay. Not a great turn, honestly. So here I think we'll just Azure Drake weapon trade. Take the board with an Azure Drake. Feel okay about that. He's just using Eviscerate too, so. Jeweled Scarab, I wish we could play that, but we need to clear his board because it contests our Azure Drake. So we've still got the Assassinate. We can't assassinate medium-sized minion yet. If we had a 3-drop, we could until we get to 9. Because that would be a power turn, like a 5 and a 4. We can also Sunwalker weapon, stuff like that. Definitely not assassinate worthy. We don't have a good way to kill it. I don't want to make this trade necessarily, but I will if I have to. Journey Below. We can try this on for size. We can also try the Jeweled Scarab, but let's see what this gives us first. South Sea Squid Face, I think, is a little better than Tomb Pillager here. Neither will be played right now, I don't think, but I can see some more value in this one right now. We'll take that. The weapon attacks could be very good. Here, I guess we'll play the Boulder Fist and trade. It's a little susceptible to assassinate. But we have our own as well. So he can assassinate, play a 4-drop. We can assassinate, play a 4-drop. We'd be in an okay spot. We can also play 2 4s next turn if this lives and trades. North Sea Kraken, that is definitely Eviscerate worthy. Or I mean Assassinate worthy. Most definitely Assassinate worthy. And I think we'll play the Mechanical Yeti here. It does potentially give him some resources in a way, but I like it better than the Rockjaw Trog just because it has a more consistent higher attack, which could matter, especially with things like Fan of Knives to round off costs. It's pretty good. SI is pretty good too, weapons here. Yeah, that's a pretty good turn, honestly. Fennec Cloakfield doesn't really help much, does it? Fan of Knives doesn't do a lot here. You won that one, jeez. That's a good turn. It's a really good turn. Eviscerate helps. Does Fan of Knives actually accomplish anything? No. Could Jeweled Scarab and see what we get, and then Eviscerate, and then Sunwalker. I like that turn pretty well. Cogmaster's Wrench, Headcrack, and Little Exorcist. Cogmaster's Wrench. We actually do have some mechs. It is a 3-charge weapon, which would be good for South Sea. Headcrack could end the game relatively soon, but I think I'm just going to take the Taunt here. Like, taunts can always make a difference. So let's go ahead and eviscerate this one, and we'll play this, of course, like we said, and I guess we'll kill the bigger health guy. I mean, the bigger attack guy. I don't know that it mattered because it's probably going to die into the Divine Shield. Well, probably not in the Divine Shield though. It might have mattered. It may have made the difference in this living or dying, which could make a pretty big difference. So our hand is not super powerful, but we have the board, we have the cards, like, we're in a good spot. Health is pretty equal, weapons are equal. All things said, we're definitely winning the game right now. Mostly thanks to that Assassinate, honestly. That That North Sea Kraken would have given us some major trouble without the Assassinate. This Cloak Field could matter too if we can like keep this alive and actually turn to attack face. We have 11, 12 damage right now represented. We don't have lethal yet. If he goes face here to kill the Divine Shield, we might be in a good spot. But I think we're going to see a concede, to tell you the truth. The way this turn looks. I'm not even sure he's in the game anymore. I think he may have left the game. I think the Sunwalker shut him out. I haven't seen any movement on his side of the board. Yeah, alright, so it looks like he conceded, at least not officially, but more or less. Let's try this. Just for fun. Might draw a lethal. No lethal. We'll do this instead. Yeah, there goes our opponent. So fun. Cool, well that's a free win. I mean, we were going to win anyway, that's why he left, but I'll certainly take it. Don't have to fight it to the bitter end that way. Okay, so we're up to 3 wins. I do think our losses were absolute insanity. But still happy to hit 3. That's at least something. We'll try in the part 3 of the Shadowcaster Rogue to see if we can't make it even a little farther than 3. Lately 3 or 4 seems like about as good as we can do, but we're always reaching for that 7 to 10 range. So thanks so much for watching this edition of the Advice Arena and the Shadowcaster Rogue. It's greatly appreciated, and until next time, game on.